Recording now.
Fight Night 12, Part 2. I love
Actually,
that
part
title.
one, but yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Saberlight Knights Fight broadcast there. And we have special guest commentators with Vince and Kyle Vaz from Ki Sabers, as well as your friendly neighborhood, Ryan McKenna and Roland. So tonight, I'm really looking forward to these because these are supposedly some really nice fights. AJ, Anthony Coffey there, versus Ryan McKenna. Let's have some fun. Look at AJ, so freaking tall. I hate his guts.
First thing you notice every single time you fight him.
Yeah, that he has the reach of Mr. Fantastic, yes.
I'll say those razors look good.
Oh, look at that.
I don't wear those enough.
Mm-hmm. Those are
So,
gorgeous.
Kyle, AJ is a very more Form 5e fighter. Especially, this might have been a little early before he really started to pick up his form, but he's been disarming everybody, deflecting, and it's a very power fighter, whereas I tend to be more mobile.
Yeah, I can see that in a lot of his strikes.
Yeah, his beat parry riposte is just nice.
He has a lot of martial artist experience, I think, going back, 8 years?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's got grip on his blade at like all times. I don't think I've ever seen him get, let alone, slapping him out, get a hit in.
Yep. Look at that reach.
The wrist shot.
Who's judging there? Is that Sprague or is that...
That's Brooks, it looks like.
Oh, Brooks.
Yeah,
Cool.
Brooks.
Yep. Good job, Ryan.
Now he's saying you have to be this tall to ride the ride.
Yeah, he sacrificed a lot by going overhead.
Yep.
Should have kept to his defenses.
Mm.
Yeah, it looked like a hit.
Yep.
On a call.
So, Kyle, we do this out at Penn Park. It's a local park where you can see they've got the lighted tennis courts, so we can be at this till like 10 o'clock at night in the summer. And rarely are the people out there, so we just have it all to ourselves.
Yeah.
Typically, how many points do you guys fight till?
10 points.
10 points.
And every hit essentially is a point. And we do, most of us, well, that's just Ryan bragging. But
I hit him in the head. He's tall. I mean, that doesn't happen too often.
But normally we're pretty good about honor calls and stuff. I mean, yes, we do have a ref that points it out, but it's like a lot of, because how fast it gets. It's like we will call, oh, no, that was mine. He got me.
Right.
So we call our own hits. And yeah.
Now is the referee the final call, or do you guys have like a council of commentators who do like a final call?
The ref has the final call. So normally the ref that you're looking at is the head ref. Will normally have one over back on this side as well.
Right.
Just sometimes you're talking.
Yeah. Ooh. Good job. Good movement.
It is.
Exchange. Nice.
You catch him a lot. As soon as you step off the line, he's not able to really defend very well as you're moving around him.
From that angle, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even though you're shorter, you do have a lot more mobility as you move around him.
The funny thing is I'm freaking old too.
Yeah. Shut up, all of you. Ooh, yep.
And so basically under the SLK rules, hilts count and fingers count, unlike TSL where it's got to be back behind the knuckles. Yeah. And hilts don't count.
Oof. And subas also do count, so
Right.
that suba there is not giving an advantage.
Correct. Although we might have been fighting this one under TSL rules from what I'm seeing.
It seems like it.
Gotta be this tall to ride the ride.
Mm-hmm. Good. Oh, you got.
Yeah, he was
There you
trying
go.
to
You got it. Yeah. And Ryan saying limbo lower.
Almost hit myself in the leg there.
I actually got Trip to hit himself in the leg. That was my mini badge of honor of that fight, or one day. I don't think
We
that
actually made it out last weekend. We might slip up to Fight Night 18 and watch that one.
All right, cool.
Okay, so Kyle, you're gonna enjoy this. Zamara is fierce.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Jeez.
Versus Evan. This is good. She
Evan's
loves to press
very
that attack.
dancer, very Makashi has. He's got a lot of fencing background. Although he's been
Yeah, I
for
was,
the two-handed recently. He also has German longsword background.
yeah, I was gonna
He's
ask
just flat out Street Fighter.
if you guys focus on the 7 forms a lot, or is it just or is it just another form of combat that you
No,
guys
we
use?
do.
We try to incorporate a lot,
And about
you know.
say half of us has been trained in Makashi, and then we started to branch out. Whereas I'm trying to do more Gemso, more like Anthony. Still dance too much for Makashi, but trying to head that way a little bit.
Yeah.
Z is a TSL fighter who is joining us, and like I said, she's a flat-out Street Fighter. She's just very, very fierce, and she's very good.
She will press the attack.
Evan's
press the
feeling
Yes.
happy today.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, that was Z, but Evan was really bringing it. That was good.
Yeah, no, I'm liking how much Evan's moving in this fight. Usually he's a little more rigid, linear, but he's really circling a lot, and I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Get the breastplate, Raja.
Okay. Evan
I think he's
picking up.
using a Slayer too, Kyle.
Yeah.
Both of them are?
No. Evan, the guy on the left, is using a Slayer, whereas Z, I believe that's a Saber Forge Ronin.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she has the Ronin. I was looking at that when I first started. She was actually the one who got me into lightsaber fighting. She found me online, was like, "You look like you'd be into this."
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of Makashi, a little bit of Gemso and Xian in these fights.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Sariso, though, which is interesting.
Not a lot of us doing Thruso yet.
Yeah. Give his blade away. There you go.
What I like about Z is when she starts an attack, she does not stop.
Yeah. Adjust.
Evan's doing there.
I think he uses that as a distraction. Oof.
You know, it's difficult. I notice a lot of thrust forward. Is that
Mhm.
is that something that you guys typically use as a strategy, just to lunge up forward?
Can be if you time it right. When you're doing a straight thrust forward, it can be very hard. It's harder to pick up with your eye than doing wide swings.
Right.
So a lot of us have stepped into doing that. That
I
was
will
perfect
say
timing
we
there
It's a
on
really nice move.
going and
We
get
do
that.
have a fair amount of variance in some of our fighters. Like Chris, you rarely ever see him stab. He's always big, sweeping,
Yep.
2-3 strikes. But then with, like, I say some of the newer people.
Yeah. Chris is a cutter versus I do tend to be a thruster, but that comes from foil fencing and things like that.
Yeah.
And so that's why, if you ever see me fighting, that's why you'll see me do the thrusts. But I tend to be really specific about my thrusts.
Well, that's what I'm noticing. A lot of you guys seem to be focusing more on fencing moves.
Really depends who's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like Evan, very fencing.
Yep.
Z, while she's thrusting a lot, she's not really fencing oriented. Like she learned, I believe, she learned all of her fighting doing sabers.
Yeah. Yeah.
No other background that I'm aware of.
Whereas if you watch Clay fight,
Kendo.
Yep. Ooh,
That was
good job, Evan.
Rung his bell there.
Here we go, Roland.
Oh,
So Brooks is going
Brooks
to be
and I,
very, very
yes.
fencing. Roland is very Shicho-ish, very deliberate.
Yeah. That's me on the right, and that's Brooks on the left.
Okay.
I really wish we could hear the audio in the fight because that's when Roland is just.
Oh, y'all still can't hear that?
I barely hear anything.
It is underneath. It's soft, but it's okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I love hearing Roland's giggles as he fights and is really enjoying himself.
Yeah, I don't know how to increase it.
That's okay.
No biggie.
Oh, that's because you were whatever blade he's using has that, like, the tip just shoots a laser beam practically out at you. So you're wondering what kind of tip he's at. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's because I'm having fun, and I really like to. When you do something that surprises me, I will laugh, and I enjoy it. It's like, oh, that's surprising. Oh, that's cool. Good job.
Yeah, Roland's the only guy that'll be cheering you on as you fight him. Like, keep doing that. That works. I love fighting Roland.
So I'm gonna focus because I don't know all you guys yet, and I don't want to butcher any names or
No, it's okay.
or hurt anyone's feelings. So I'm gonna do blue and royal blue blades.
Right. Brooks is left, and I'm the one in the umpire vest.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Run, puppy dog.
And you can insult me. It's fine.
So
Oh, go ahead.
you definitely leave yourself really, really open, but in a way, it kind of entices the opponent to come in because you have such a long reach. You can just bop them as soon as they get inside you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roland likes to have a floating point just always threatening you, but he's always moving his arm off to different directions, so it's not just an easy, well, this is going to be there, and let me just poke it. He's always trying to threaten, but still being evasive at the same time. And he gets some really sneaky points. I love it.
Nice.
That was Brooks
For
there.
now, you guys are just banging.
Yeah, but yeah.
That was nice. That looked
I
more
took
like
that.
a disarm where you weren't trying to kill him.
Yeah, I was trying to not hurt him because he was coming right down on top of the blade as I was thrusting in, and I was like, look, if I hold stiff on my blade, he's gonna hurt himself. And this is Joe versus Zamora. So yeah, this is my brother Joe.
So going back
Zamora's
to
with
the
purple.
So going back to the last fight, what do you guys typically do when a saber is dropped? Is it just a lost match, or is it just a lost point?
It's normally a lost point, and then if you follow the rules, you do 10 push-ups.
Yep.
Very good. That's what I typically teach too.
Mhm.
It's like, what was that? On Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
What the hell was that football movie? Had Denzel in it.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans? Yeah. When he drops that football, he's like, run every yard in that. What was it? A mile or yards.
But yeah. Also, too, we for that, it's like, look, we also don't want you thrusting while the guy's lunging in on you, and it's like, oh, so I'd rather have him drop the sword than skew me through. So, But yeah, this is a really good because Joe's style versus Zamora's is an interesting matchup.
It was a big
She
time.
got through there. Yep.
I could really see him with an actual rapier.
Mm-hmm. Elbow.
Hint, hint, Kyle. Rapier.
Oh, I've got some things coming. Don't worry about that.
Say hi, Vince. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yes. Good. Oh,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah. Joe got there,
Yeah.
but and made him dance too. I love that. Yeah. See, he got that hand in, but
Ooh,
That was good, Z.
Yeah.
She wasn't taking his bait that time. Yeah, that was
I
Joe.
called that wrong. I think that was Z.
Yeah, I think that was Z too.
That's why we watch him back. Different angles. You had a bad angle on that one too. She was blocking where you would have seen that. Look at it. Yeah, that was Joe.
Underneath.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
that was Z.
No
Dental
question.
work.
Yep.
She's only what, 5'2"?
Yep.
Something like
She's
that?
not tall.
That was Joe. Good fight.
Yeah.
That was fun. Oh, Evan versus Joe. Okay.
Dancing battle.
Yeah. See, again, because Evan tends to be very staid, and my brother tends to be really sort of outside, inside, inside, outside. It's a really good. I like watching these.
I like
Yeah.
watching both of them. They're both fun fighters to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe is always in the matrix and just making his sword fade in different angles. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yep. See, Evan's got his armor game on point, though.
You actually just changed that recently.
I know, yeah.
Went from Red Ranger to Blue Ranger.
Yep. That was legit.
You were just waiting for him.
Yeah, Evan's trying a lot of two-handed this fights that I've been watching.
Notice
He goes
recently
one-handed.
fighting him, he's been more two-handed, where he used to be just one-handed.
Oh
He's
yeah.
darn good at it. So I'm glad to see he's kind of branching out a little bit.
Well, with two hands, you can have a lot more control, and then you can manipulate the opponent's blade a lot better.
Exactly.
Yes. What did Evan say?
I think somebody got hit in the crotch by what they're talking about.
Yeah. Doink.
Funny comic strip where Luke and Leia got their lightsaber and vibrator.
Oof.
That was nice.
Yeah, that's where he's getting all those points. He's able to manipulate the blade a lot quicker.
Yep.
A lot faster.
Yep.
Which is what I've noticed too. A lot of people who are using two hands in these matches, they seem to be getting away with well, not getting away, but they seem to be getting in and getting inside and look at the point.
Circling the blade and able to insert. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just basic Shicho at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see how strong his stance is and then strikes too. And with two hands, you're able to return back to attention a lot quicker.
Does cut your range a little bit though, which is why I try to do two-hand, but then I always fade right back into the one hand because I'm such a in and out kind of guy.
Right, but with range, as you guys do more of a reach, if you notice, a lot of times you guys really aren't planted within your stances. So it's easy just to get off balance. And if the other person's sitting there and he's just got to whip out the blade and they get the
Maneuver,
point.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Maneuver it. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Little adjustment.
Surprised I didn't cut this out of here in editing. I normally do so.
Well, see, this is where we plug our new sabers right here.
All right.
Perfect
Yeah.
time.
So I know you're working on the show, though. Give us a little tidbit.
So the idea behind the Shadow hilt is for it to sit at 6.5 inches. I'm hoping that I can get all the electronics stuffed in there so that you can still have a good stunt saber with at least 3 to 3.5 inches of blade depth, which is a tremendous amount if you're talking about just a 6.5 inch hilt.
Right. The balance will be beautiful.
Yeah, and I have to lathe one out first just to see how I'm gonna get the weight right, because I don't want the weight to be something where it's too pommel heavy, but at the same time I don't want it to be unbalanced.
Right.
And since a lot of people have been saying, hey, it would be nice if we had a guard to go with it, or a Suba, or some sort of
Mhm.
something just to make it
Cup
a little
hilt.
bit different. Yeah. So I'm going to be seeing how I can integrate the Suba on there, and also integrate a guard. And with that, then people can use their Slayer extension, and they can get a 8-inch saber, which is ideal for two-handed combat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yep.
a lot's
Definitely sounds great.
going into this
Looking
one.
forward to it. Look at that. Look at that.
Think.
Yeah.
I think they're getting tired now.
Yeah.
10 points is a lot. 10 points is
Yeah.
a lot within a fight.
Definitely is.
It can seem like just 2 minutes, but even just 10 to 15 seconds within a fight is almost an eternity.
It will definitely wear you out.
Yeah.
And so
That is Fight Night
that's
12,
actually
part
all that we
2.
have.
I think the other part of
Yeah.
Fight Night is exotics. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this here, and then we'll roll on to the next one. Might have to restart the meeting, though.